last month I was talking to someone about homo-centric, and they said, what a great idea. I wonder why no one has ever thought of this before. Someone did. His name was James Carroll Pickett, and some 30 years ago there was a bookstore not too far from here at the Junction called the Different Light Bookstore, and it was a gay and lesbian bookstore. And they had a reading series they started that was called Sundays at 7. And I have one of the books here that was edited by a guy named Rondo Myskowski, and unfortunately most of the authors in here are no longer with us. But I thought I would share just one short story that was in here. It's just one page called The Man Who Came Back from the Dead, and it's by a man named Peter Casciarelli. There were two friends. Perhaps they were lovers. Perhaps they were brothers. The important thing is they loved each other and they thought they had their whole lives ahead of them. 700, 800, 900 years. There was no hurry. They had time to grow bored with each other, time to fight about nothing much, time to forget because there was time to remember again. One of them got sick. He wasn't supposed to. He did anyway. He died. One day he was sitting there, same as always. Next day he was in his coffin. If he was a friend, all the friends came to the funeral. If he was a lover, all the lovers came. If he was a brother, the whole family was there. The one who was left sat beside the coffin after everyone went home again. What did he do? He cried. The one who died went to the other world. When he got there, they were playing cards. Pull up a chair, they said. We'll deal you a hand. He did. After a while, they said to him, you know, you've been forgotten already back where you came from. No one's crying about you anymore. You're wrong, he said. Everyone's still crying. No, you've been forgotten, they told him. He got so curious that he went back to find out. He sat up in the coffin. The one who hadn't died was still there, crying. He was scared when the one who died sat up. He didn't know what to do. He became confused. You're dead, he told him. I came back, said the other. You're still crying, that's good, but what about all the others? Are they crying too? Let's see, said the first. He called to the others. He's come back. Everyone came running to see. Some were still crying. Some weren't. I've come back, said the one who died. If you'd all still been crying, I could have stayed with you for many years. As it is, I can only stay for 6 weeks. Everyone, the friends, the lovers, the whole family decided to feast him for the 6 weeks he'd be with them. The feast is still going on. Now is the time to bring him his favorite dish. Now is the time to buy him a new shirt. And if you're ever going to tell him how good his hair looks when he steps out of the shower, now is the time. This is a true story. In a way, that kind of sums up why I'm doing homo-centric. It's a place for us to make sure that our stories live on, that we create a history, that we are living a history, and that we share that history with as many people who we can force to listen to us. Homo-centric is on Facebook. I've got some cards that you can come up and get. You can contact me at homocentric@att.net, and if you know anyone or if you are someone who would like to come up here in the coming months, third Thursday every month, please come and say hello. I won't bite unless you ask. Thank you all for coming.